Hello everyone, welcome to a very special reading. I am going to open 3 decks that I have. This video will be just this one, so Sky Striker. Whoever's here for the Sky Striker reading, like, welcome. Pop a squat. You know, smoke a joint, I don't care. Have a tea. Call your mom, tell that great woman that you love her. If she's hurt you, forgive her. Your father, our Father in heaven, knows ball, so he definitely knows us. So let's keep balling and having fun. Rah! You know, like that one Venom meme. We all have a symbiotic relationship with God. Everybody does. Not just me, not just you. Everybody has a symbiotic relationship with God, and it's like so beautiful. It's like, you know, everyone, how do I say this? Everyone is like empowered by God, right? And then you could say like we empower God with our joy and with our like beautiful, fun times. Awesome. Wow. This is so cool. Look how cool that is. That is like all of us, you guys. Like, how beautiful is that? That is so very us. And it's like, you look at the symmetry, it's like we're all part of that creation, you could say. We're all part of that, like, you know, the triad. Like, I love spirit all the time, and I love 6. So, everybody high five, first of all. Second of all, shuffle! I declare that this reading will find everyone who needs it, everyone who like loves this kind of good energy, this kind of, you know, like fiery but still like peaceful and beautiful energy. Because like what is, you know, what could you call fervor for life than fiery but peaceful and beautiful energy? Like, isn't that what life energy is? Isn't that what, you know, like chakra really is? It's that fervor for life. And what does that look like? It's fiery, but it's peaceful, and both sides bring you joy. Both sides bring you joy. Your light and your shadow side, they both will bring you joy. Wow. I need to turn a light on in here so I can read these cards. Sky Striker Mecha, a deal saver. Does this not look like a literal, like, you know, like an angel, right? Like a perfectly balanced between shadow and light angel. It's like you could say all angels are born of shadow and light. And, you know, they have, like, the Holy Spirit being the fire. Like the, you know, like the fire, right? So it's like shadow and light that has the flame within them. Like beings born of shadow and light that have the flame within them. Sky Striker Maneuver, jamming waves. And guys, we see cards like this all the time, where it's like a literal barrier blocking out, like, you could say, full-on negative energy. Negative energy, and, you know, like, from experience, 1% God wants me to talk about it. Like, guys, I go to war sometimes when people are being bullied, when people are saying things that they don't realize will land you in hell, like, full-on. I go to war, and that's the thing. When you choose that, you know, that fighting for God, like, expect some things to get past your jamming waves, your, like, ability to have a barrier up, right? So, if you're gonna fight for God, like, remember that you gotta have a really strong barrier. You gotta have a really strong barrier. And I'm writing a story, and there's this character named Tank that, like, he, like, basically, like, you know, bowling balls his family members into these cabinets, like, into the kitchen walls, you could say. They all land, like, flat. and before they can even hit the ground, they're already enshrouded in healing aura. Like before they can even hit the ground, and they all pounce him at the same time, and like they don't realize there's a barrier right there. And just boom, they bounce off into the same places. They bounce off into the same exact places, and they're like, give up. You know, it's like, here's the thing. Tank is a healer, right? Like a healer named Tank. Isn't that funny already? But like that thing has a barrier up all the time. But that's the thing, you know, you can be a healer with a barrier, or you can be like a sorcerer with a barrier. Either way, you gotta have a really strong barrier to make sure that when, like, you know, Christ's whole point of being here, like Itachi and Sasuke, is for you to survive here, is for you to not die. Because, like, he is coming back to get us. Like, before we even, like, you know, would pass into the next world, he's coming here to pick us up, to say, hey, you lived, and I'm glad you did. Confirmation burp. So, guys, stay alive. Stay alive. If you decide to battle, make sure you're prepared for what might be thrown at you, like, spiritually. Because you will have to deal with it. It's like whatever you choose, God says, hey, you chose that, I can't help you. Like, you have to heal from that. If you decide, if your barrier isn't strong enough and you get like pierced by someone's words, you have to heal from that. I can't help you. You know how to heal, right? Like, we all know how to heal. We all know how to be Tank the healer, you know, but it's like it's up to you to do that. Like, it's up to you to heal. You know, so be very careful. Be very careful, choose your battles, and guys, some people, like, you know, some people have been hurt so bad. Like, I'm looking at Widow Anchor, a card called Widow Anchor. Some people have been hurt so bad that there's like an anchor of pain in their heart. Like, imagine losing the one you love, like your soulmate that was here with you, and you found them and you know they were your soulmate, and then you lose them. Imagine that kind of pain. In that, wow, no way. Ooh, be careful, be careful. Like, the card of the deck comes out. Sky Striker Mobilize, Linkage. Like, this is like, you know, the ultra rare of the deck that was in this card. Or was, you know, part of this, like, you know, set that I bought. But, like, you know, some people need that from you. Like, some people literally need to be princess carried out of the you know, their own darkness. Like, they see their life as so dark to where they're like literally enshrouded in it, and then you, like, you know, look at the ground. It's like being like shattered. It's like you're breaking through the barriers that they've set up so that they don't get hurt again. Wow, that makes way more sense. So it's like sometimes you have to break through barriers that people set up so that they never get hurt again. And it's like a really strong barrier, but like, you don't, you know, they don't realize that it's like the wrong barrier to have up. You know, it's like the barrier that doesn't care about the good in everyone, the beauty in everything, like the love that can be seen everywhere. They only have a barrier for their ego. Like, and when you shatter that, you shatter their ego. How do I say this? You shatter the barrier of their ego. You shatter it again, and you shatter it like a third time, and then you can pick them up, even if, like, you know, like all their ego barriers are gone. You just pick them up, and you're like this literal light being, and they're like, I didn't even know I could be saved like this. I didn't even know, you know, the healing power of the light. But that's the thing, you know, it's like, because you have had that shadow in you, you know what people's shadow can say to them until they're like ready to be healed again. Like, their shadow has taken over. Yeah. Their shadow has taken over, right? And they need a being of pure light that like still has like, even like, you know, their whole entire mana system being of shadow. But like, they're a being of light, you could say, like in joy and smile, but their mana is like shadow itself. Because, like, you know, you've tamed your shadow, and now you're able to heal other people's shadows, even if they've become the shadow itself. Like, you pick them up, and they have light within them now. Like, they can at least have the ability to tame their own shadow. Like, even though they probably thought it was never possible before. because of so many like barriers of not wanting to be hurt again. And afterburners, like put on the afterburners when it comes to that stuff, you know? Like, how do I say this? Like, remember to go really fast so that, you know, no stagnant energy or despair can hit you. Like, don't let any stagnant energy build up within you. Like, put the afterburners on. Wow, these cards are so cool. Sky Striker Mecha Hornet drones. It's like, you know, the more, like, look at, like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. Holy schmoly, these cards. These cards are so crazy. I've got to sleeve all of these. Anyways, so, you know, look at this. It's like, you know, you have beings of, like, these are like the angels around you, right? And, like, you wield them because they see that you have merged with your shadow and are still a being of light and love. So it's like the angels respond to that because, like, they are beings of pure light, but it's like, you know, how do I say this again? Like, I think angels are both born of light and shadow that can wield the flame. That, like, you know, like, angels are always, you could say, in the presence of God spiritually, right? Where it's like they know who God is and they help us. Like, when they see God in us, that's when they help us. When they see us doing what God would do to help others, that's when they are, you could say, like, our literal, like, drones, you know, where it's like we can send them forth. And they aren't like, you know, like, are you ordering me? No, it's like they are like, you know, like, give us an order, like, send us out, like, you know, like when Michael said, send me, like, that is what the angels will respond to. When you are a being that of, how do I say this? You are a being that has fused with its shadow and is still a being of light. Like, that's, you could say, like, you know, the real version of humans being a god. Like, some people, you know, and some people are pure shadow. Like, they only wield shadow, and that's okay because they still fight for love. Like, you don't have to be, you know, fully infused with light and shadow. You can be pure shadow. You can be pure light. But whatever you do, if you fight for love, the angels, like, love you. The angels are in love with you, right? So it's like, you know, they're so happy. Spectra, like, you know, it's like you're like a specter. You're like a, you know, you are like a, how do I say this? You're like a hitman. Like, you're like a spiritual assassin. I'm thinking of like 007, like that 007 Spectre. It's like you are a spiritual assassin that can wield light and shadow to heal other people in God's name. And look at this. Like, look at on the third part of that pole. You fusing with light and shadow is the closest thing you can do to truly being like God. And you become this, like, you know, how do I say this? You become this, like, man, this card is so kick-ass. You become this, like, literal, like, mech monster. Like a mana monster. Of, like, you have all the tools, all the armor, and you will send those weapons forth. Like, as the angels themselves who are, like, speaking through you. You will send your weapons forth. And you know, like, nothing's, you know, you went from this, when you first fused, it's like that thing doesn't look very defensible. It may look very fast and quick, but it's like that thing gets hit, how do I say this? That thing gets hit, you know, 2 or 3 times, and it could go down. This thing, like, look at the presence difference. Look at the stance, the weaponing, you know, the weaponry, the armor. It's all very firm, and, like, that thing still looks very fast. Like, you can tell that thing can probably go at, like, Mach speed. So it's like, you know, be defensible. Be like a defensible space. Like, I've seen that around in this, in Lake Tahoe, like a defensible space. Build that defensible space. High five. Build a defensible space of, like, cool things that you love. Sky Striker Ace token. Like, be a token of God. Be like a literal, like, you know, God is like, look at this. This one's mine, kind of thing. Ah, no way. I love this card so much because of the art. It's, like, so, Like it's just so, it's like so me, to be honest with you. It's like I love, like this is like you could say like my feminine side. It's just a blade wielder. It's like, how do I say this? Like it's a beautiful blade wielder. So wield the blade of heaven. Even if you wield this like demonic blade, like wield that and fight for love and fight for what matters in this life, for bonds, for like the beauty of life, and having having the will to continue living. My I could talk about my wife all day, you guys, but this is, like, you see how this literal being of darkness is like gilded in the light and wielding it. It's like that can be you, or you can be the light that wields shadow. It's like, don't think of black and white. Think of shining joy and love, and like cool. Like, how do I say this? Like we all know what shadows look like. They're very, you could say, like shadows can consume damn near anything. Yeah, triple tactics thrust comes out. Like be a warrior. Be a warrior. Wow, this card comes out again. Be a warrior that brings people out of their like shadow system. But here's the thing, some people are literal shadows that fight for light, so they don't need saving. Like they don't need saving. So confirmation Brip, some people don't need saving. But these kinds of people, they're like the literal goblins that just want people at their feet, like ego-wise. Those people need saving. Like every chance you get, 707 on the timer, bring those people down. Yeah. Like bring these literal like goblin masters down that are just cackling about, hurting somebody. Like wipe their entire field of what they think they have in their arsenal. Harpy's Feather Duster comes out, it like wipes out every spell and trap card on the field. It's like they think they have, crazy spells that will hurt people because they're this like cackling goblin that have like maybe won some ego battles with people. Like keep up the fight to where their spells are just null and void. Their traps that they think they have for you, that have like set for you, are null and void. People like that, people that simply want people like ego-wise to be at their feet, they need to be brought down because they think they're indestructible. They think that, their barrier is impenetrable, when in reality, like that giant sky mecha mech is like just waiting. And like that's like the angel, you could say, like waiting. Like the angel of God. Waiting to speak through you and to like into Raigeki everything. Like Raigeki, like, how do I say this? A lot of times, you guys, I've seen in certain messages of Christ saying, just destroy it all. Destroy it all. Like, the ones that have been like killed spiritually here, they just want everyone to destroy all ego. And like that's the thing. Like no one's gonna feel bad about it in heaven. No one's gonna feel bad about you like destroying someone's ego. You destroying all the monsters in this realm. And they're like, how do I say this? Like I'm the you can call yourself the king of the monsters, right? Like you, like, not me. You're the king of the monsters. Like believe that, right? Some people, like L says from Death Note, there are a lot of monsters in this world. Killers, like horrible monsters, you could say. But the liars are the ones that are the worst. Especially the ones that can lie to themselves and believe it. Telling themselves, like, I am the top thing here. Even though they're like this little goblin. Go out and destroy those things. As much as you can. And you'll be rewarded. Like triple Raigeki there, bud. Everybody. Triple Raigeki. That's awesome. Triple Raigeki, and like you'll come across these, these like, look how do I say this? Like look how like, Like, does that look comfortable to live as? No. And some people are these like spiky, thorny beasts that only have an ego. That, well, they don't have like, you know, God within them. They only have their ego to like be their version of God within them. And it's like that is like the furthest thing from God, if anything. So it's like, you know, bring those people down, because no one's gonna do it for them. Like they'll never have the realization that what they themselves as like literal goblins, they won't think they need to be taken down, right? But like Christ is saying, go forth. Like go forth and be a warrior, no matter what you run into. And then, like, how do I say this? Like reinforcement of the army. You'll have reinforcements at your back from heaven every time you do so. Like no matter what, if you're fighting for love, even if it hurts, you'll get reinforcements from heaven that will heal you eventually. That when you're like out of that energy, you'll hear like, good job, I'm so proud of you. Keep fighting for heaven, keep fighting for love, and you will be building like a fortune in heaven. And guys, love, I will say this every video, love is the currency of eternity. Joy is the catalyst of evolution, of ascension. Like climbing Jacob's ladder, joy. Like let yourself destroy all like what you think you need to evolve. It's joy and love. Joy and love. Love and joy. Like not, you know, crazy wartime fun things of, you know, like scary things you could say, the club, strip clubs, like that's not joy. That's like, you know, that's something you'll feel guilt about eventually, right? But again, you know that shadow's within you, so fuse with it, love it, and most of all, like be ready to always, how do I say this? Be ready to always not only fight for God, but see God. And remember, how do I say this? Like, you know, remember why you started. Like, why did you start seeking? Why did you start, you know, trying to find God more? It should always be for like love, for like even love of the game, even love of the game, just love of the game, just love of, you know, evolution. Keep being beautiful, keep being fun, keep enjoying every part of your life, and don't let yourself have like an anchor of grief. Like don't let anyone's anchor of their world and their pain hurt you and make you think, well, maybe they're right about their pain. And like maybe the world actually sucks and it's hard. And it's like, guys, especially us believers in God, like when people will just try to throw, like, you know, try to throw your faith in the trash. And when they see that it's not wavering, they don't know what to do. They have to keep throwing insults. That's the only thing they know how to do, is throw insults and throw their own pain and hatred at you, because they don't know how you're able to love so much and still love them even when they hate you. Yeah, even when they're throwing their own Raigeki at you, trying to destroy you. When you show love in that moment, when you don't falter and don't stoop to their level of like insults and trying to hurt each other. Ore no turn. Yeah, that's like your barrier. When you never stoop to their vibration, that's your barrier. Never stooping to their vibration. Never being lowered by someone that like wants you to be lowered. That's someone that wants to see you stoop to their level without even realizing that you know, that's what they want you to do, right? They want you to retaliate. They want you to show them that they hurt you. When you don't show pain and you just keep like saying things that you know God would say to them, their ego that like really needs to be destroyed is like powerless. It doesn't know what to do. It can only throw insults until they feel stupid about throwing insults because they realize it's not working. They realize it's like a broken record, right? So, you know, break the records of heaven instead, right? Like break the records of being someone that can love infinitely and eternally in every moment. I love you all, and thanks for being here. Thanks for being here, you guys. I will do the next reading will be, I don't even know what this deck is. It's all in Japanese. Mitsurugi no Mikoto Kusanagi. We'll be opening this one on the next reading. Freaks, I love you. And thank you for being here. Take care.